What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Founder Academy. So, going to kind of rush through the intro here just because I've only got about 45 seconds to do it. I got my Mr. Sparkle shirt on, so that's very important. Obviously, we got to talk about that. And yeah, what you guys are seeing right now is Ousmane Dembele. So we sold Messi. We picked up prime icon Maradona. I had them in the team, both of them, but they were basically using almost all my coins. So I sold Messi, and I'm using all of that to fund the rest of the team. I wanted a more balanced team. I like Messi. He's the best card I've used all year. It's just we had so much of my money tied up in those two, and I didn't want to get rid of Sergio Ramos because he tied the whole back line together. So hopefully we can pick up Messi again at some point, but right now let's just jump into a live game. All right, guys, so we are going to jump into a live game here, but before we do, I just want to show you guys that I unlocked the Dan James here. This was something that you just do in squad battles. It was really monotonous to do. You have to essentially just play 7 games. You can do all the other stuff. They're really simple, score, assist, and do all this stuff with Premier League players. So a really nice card, 91 card. I'm going to keep him on my fitness team. I'll show you guys my 2 teams. Right now I've been using Adama Traore in that spot, but Adama Traore just hasn't aged very well. Like, he's a big kind of heavy guy who doesn't really feel like a 99 acceleration type of guy. He was good. What is this? Player pick for summer vote. Oh, I didn't even know that was in there. So there you go. So these are the guys that are apparently the new vote. I'm going to pick Pulisic. I'm assuming that, this is going to be tough. I'm going to assume that Kramaric is going to win this, but I'll pick Pulisic just because I like the idea of that Chelsea link. Fan of his in real life. But yeah, we picked up that Dan James, so there you go. The new content obviously just came out. What did we also unlock here? Kind of derailing the video here, guys. So a bunch of other stuff going on. I don't know what... I picked the Tifo, the gold Tifo, so I'm just going to get this to match it. But I don't know what the actual content was, so maybe we can take a look at that together before we jump into the game. Summer Heat vote. This game is just kind of all over the place right now. It's making my video all over the place because we already did this, guys. We already did the Summer Heat vote. Why do I have a pack in the store too? Electrum. Oh, this is probably for the Dan James. This is not going to give you anything. So one of the other side notes that I wanted to just mention here, I didn't put any of this stuff in, but all of these, I was unlocking that Ousmane Dembele, all of these team of the season guaranteed packs. I did most of them. I didn't do the French league. I didn't do the Bundesliga team, but all the other ones were just crap. The only reason I even did them was because I could do them relatively cheap and I needed them for fodder. But I got like Lucas Ocampos, the troll Messi from the La Liga one. I ended up picking Serdar again for the 3rd time. That wasn't even in the, or maybe I did do the Bundesliga one. Sorry, kind of all over the place here. But I got a Serbi in the Serie A one. Like, they were just garbage. None of them were any good. This is a really terrible pack here. I don't even think that I can sell. Oh, can I sell these guys? No, I can't sell them. So yeah, I'll just keep all these guys in the squad. They're kind of useless, but whatever. We'll leave that. I've sold pretty much everything. I had to really grind out those last couple guys that I had to get for the Ousmane Dembele SBC. It was just tedious. I had to just go in and I was selling off guys for like 1,000 coins at a time and just picking up like 82 rated Spanish players to put that final squad together. So it was really annoying to do because I was probably about 30k under where I needed to be, and I just had to grind out those last little bits. But you can really make it work if you sell everything that you have in your squad. So in your club. Summer Heat voting day. I'm not super concerned with this. The draft tokens I don't really use. We do have a draft token, which I do want to use in upcoming episode, but I don't really generally care too much about draft tokens. That's a Bruno Fernandes player of the month. So the team of the season guaranteed so far. This looks like it's the new content. An 82 rated squad. Team of the season so far guaranteed. Is this every team though? Like, there's a lot of garbage in this. I mean, for an 82 rated squad, you can't really complain. It's not going to be that expensive. It's under 100k. I don't even know if I have enough to put together an 82 rated squad, but we won't worry about that. So why don't we jump into a game? This was the squad that I was using to do the Garincha thing, so ignore that. That's just a secondary team that we were playing with. I didn't even have some of these guys in the right positions. But this has been my main team right here. So that is the team as is. I'll show you guys what they've all cost. So Ter Stegen was obviously a card that we've had this whole time, 145. He's probably down to, my guess would be like 120, 100K something. Wan-Bissaka, 192. His price rocketed up when Pogba went out. I wish I would have thought about that and invested in it. So that's been one of the things I've been trying to figure out is who can you get that are complementary to players that are winning SBCs. Right now, people probably aren't super concerned about making coins. They either have them or they don't. But if you're still investing, look for those things. Like, so if you think Kramaric is going to win that, think about, you know, if you're going to get him, who would he potentially link to? You know, maybe some players from Hoffenheim, who are some Croatian players that are in the Bundesliga, that type of stuff. So Wan-Bissaka is a perfect example of that. He's probably about like a 150 range player, and he just jumped up. He's probably at about 200K, maybe a little bit lower than that. He's probably in around this price point, but I had to pay a premium to get him. I'm not a huge fan of him. I've used him in, like you guys can see, a couple offline games just because I was doing that Dan James SBC. But the card isn't really been like noticeably better. Sergio Ramos, couldn't take him out of the squad. Like, he's just my best center back. Eder Militao, yeah, hit and miss. I feel like he gets handicapped really badly, so I don't love him, but you know, he just puts the team together in that back line with that Real Madrid back line. Mendy, I really like this card a lot. If you did the 93, great, but the 89's been perfect, 5-star, 5-star. De Jong, I'm really excited to take this guy online, see how he plays. Pogba, we'll see. We'll see how he does. You know, some people are saying he's stiff, some people are saying he's great. I think it depends on what your expectations are of him. At this point in FIFA, I don't think he's going to be a great card. So far, I haven't felt, you know, even offline, the 2 games that I played with him, I haven't felt him to be really that dominant. He's like a big, strong guy. You know, he's a bit of a horse in the midfield there, but he's not super agile. He doesn't really fit the meta of the game. And if you're playing like really hyper competitive, he's probably not the card for you. He's really more of a vanity card. I just did him because I love Paul Pogba. He's my favorite player at the moment in real life. So, you know, being a United fan, I just had to get him, especially when I saw the price point. You guys saw how excited I was in the video yesterday, so, I mean, this was something that I definitely had to do. Dembele, we'll see. So far, he feels okay, but we'll see how he does online. Maradona, poor man's Messi, in my personal opinion. This card is really just expensive because it's Maradona, and it's the prime icon, and he's 97. He's one of the rarest players. He just hasn't been packed a whole lot. Like, to find a fresh one, I think I've seen 2 since I started looking for him. So I was lucky enough that I was able to get him for 1.8. He's probably realistically, you could get him in the 1.7 range, but you know, you're paying extra to get a fresh one, which to me, if I'm paying that much money, I want to get a fresh one. Aguero, the best striker I've used all year, just kept a basic chem style on him. You guys can see that there. I paid $670. He's probably in and around the 700 range. Dybala, this is a funny one. So Paulo Dybala, he was in and around 200. He's kind of like in that 210 range. And yesterday I spent about 20 minutes like just refreshing and trying to snipe one. For some reason, my dumb brain, I needed to snipe him for under 200. So I got him for 199. Somebody put him up for 199 and I bought him right away. But I wanted a fresh one under 200, and so many of them went up for 200, and I was like, I just can't do it. It was almost like just a fight with myself. I just had to see if I could get them under 200. So this is what the team is looking like. They're all ready to go. They're all on 99 fitness. So why don't we jump into a game? All right, guys, looks like we finally found a game. Hopefully this guy doesn't back out. There we go. So I got my lean on. I'm getting my lean on here. I'm traditionally terrible at live comms, so don't be upset with me. Give me a bit of breathing room here for the live comms, because I get distracted, I get caught up in the game, and I'm so focused when I play FIFA. So hopefully this doesn't suck butt when I'm doing my live comm here, but a pretty good team this guy's got, you know, basically what you expect. Division 4, if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. You guys will see everything that I'm seeing here. So if I start freaking out, then you guys will know that I'm just a psychopath, and you know, FIFA is the most stressful part of my day. But it is Sunday afternoon, so it took a little bit longer to get a Rivals game just because everybody's playing FUT Champs. So I really screwed up this past week. I think I mentioned this in one of my previous videos, but with FUT Champs, I was like, I wasn't paying attention when I joined it last week, and I just didn't want to play all the games. So I ended up playing, oh, this guy's on real high pressure. So yeah, I didn't end up playing all the games. I entered it, and oops, Not really. See, I'm not really good at like multitasking apparently, but I entered it. I didn't play all the games, and next thing you know, I have like 6 games in. I didn't feel like finishing it, and I didn't realize that it just resets you back at 0 because I was forgetting about the fact that you have to like enter with like 2,000 FUT champs points every time you go into the game mode. So it's really annoying to have to do. See, I'm reading that, but yep, nope, read that. It's really annoying to have to do because now I got to go get all these like Division 4 like FUT champs points. Get going. No, see, look at how inwards that ball was. Like, just put it down the line like a normal human being. Or like a normal player. There we go. De Jong's actually, what is with the passing there? Both of my passes, they weren't like great passes, but, you know, like, give me a bit of breathing room here, guys. Like, do you have to play everything inside? What? How did he score that? That's absurd. Neymar. Yeah, Division 4 is just like absolute sweat. So I'm not making excuses for this, but I'm terrible at multitasking. So how did he score that? That's ridiculous. Like, these guys are just all like just absolute losers, right? Like, they just play the game all the time. So, and I play the game, in my opinion, quite a bit. So I'm surprised that you know, I have the ability to call. Like, look at that, man. That was not like the best pass selection, but like that guy was finding his passes right through everything, and oh, Dybala, come on now. See it bouncing back to him again. These guys are just rats, right? Like, every single one of them. So, like, Division 4, the worst part about Division 4 is that, like, I've been in this division for so long. Look at that. He warps back to it. That's what I've been dealing with just, like, constantly. Like, not that I've been playing great, but my passes, you can see, like, I can't attack with any speed right now. And I don't know what's been going on with FIFA in general recently for me. Like, maybe I'm not like a Division 4 at this stage in FIFA, but like still, like, I should be able to make like simple passes, right? That's not where I wanted that. That's not where I wanted that either. I don't know what is going on with the passing. This is the reason that I rage playing FIFA. Ooh. Oh, no, there you go. Yeah, it's one of the reasons that I rage playing FIFA, just because I feel like my opponents, they'll do dumb stuff, and they'll, like, every pass that he's making is finding its way through, whereas all my passes will not. Nope. See, look at that, man. Come on. Like, stop giving this guy everything. Nope. Come on, Dembele. Oh, right back to him. That's all right. No worries. Yeah, FIFA just is not enjoyable recently, just because, like, look at that intercepted Maradona, man. Look at that, right to him, man. What is going on? That is not what I wanted either. And he falls over. Look at what is happening. I can't, like, I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, but, like, it's just craziness, right? Like, my guys are just falling all over the place. Like, not that this guy's bad, he's obviously a good player, but, like, it's not really giving me any opportunities at all. My guys are just falling and they're not intercepting anything. And it's just been something that has just been a constant with FIFA all year round. Look at how heavy that touch is. What is going on here? I mean, this is why I try not to get mad at this, because, like, look, the game is just so full of garbage that it's unplayable most of the time. So, you know, getting upset at this game is just ridiculous. It doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help my mental health. But, like, this is why this game is not fun, because it's just... you're either getting an advantage or you're not. Like, you know, you're either getting the handicap for you or your opponent gets it. But oh, that's cool. That's nice. Well, we'll take that. I mean, that's 45th minute cheese, but I mean, I don't think it's a coincidence that my first attack was in the 45th minute. So, you know, if you're this guy, he feels like, oh, I've owned that entire game, and, you know, I get scored on in the 45th minute. But my team just felt sluggish and slow, and the passes were just bending in towards his players, and they was just under hit. Like, as I was kind of choppily saying earlier, like, as I'm trying to focus and multitask here, like I said, guys, I'm not the best multitasker, but it just feels like the game's either for you or against you. Like, I've had so many games where I'm just like, I'm the other opponent, where everything I do is just coming off. I'm getting passes, the opponent's just running past it. But in this game, I'm just feeling like my guys can't do anything. And I'm not saying that's, you know, that I would win if my team was playing better, but you guys are kind of seeing, like, the struggle. Like, I get it, it's Div 4, but, you know, the team either just plays good or bad, right? So, you know, again, not where I wanted it to go. You know, this guy's trying to read everything. Oh. So, yeah, I mean, going quiet that's an interesting word. Going quiet and trying to, like, focus on what I'm doing is, you know, obviously going to help my play a little bit, but at the same time, sometimes the game is just it's just too much. This guy's gonna play like a rat too. Like, if I score, or I mean, just because I'm even one up on him, or I'm down only by a goal, he's going to play like a rat, right? They always do. You know where you're going. You know, it's not hard to read these guys. It's just whether you have the skill set to be able to do anything about it. That's really what makes good players good players, is like most guys kind of know, for the most part, where you're going. Oh, penalty! Give me a penalty! Oh no, he's offside. Yeah, it's not that hard to. I'm kind of all over the place with my commentary here, guys. Apologies. I'm still trying to figure out what the best way to you know, for me to the best way for me to do live comms is. I'm not always great at them, so you know, there you go, right? Div 4 rats, right? Like, it's the same thing. Anyway, one of the things that I was saying was, in Division 4, like, you know, I feel like I've taken so many losses in Division 4, and for some reason I don't get relegated down. I just feel like I'm just stuck here in, like, rat hell. Like, it's just awful, right? Look at how underhit the passes are. Yeah, not where I wanted. And he's offside, right? Yeah. Not a coincidence that he's offside there. So, yeah, my team's really falling through the floor here. And the worst part is I'm going to have to take them offline if they lose this, because you can't afford to play with any morale loss at all when you've been playing when you're playing in divisions like Division 4. You can't at all. If you're playing with any type of handicap at all, your team is just going to fall through the floor. So you're really doing yourself a disservice when you're playing with any type of morale, because you're not giving yourself a chance to win. Oh, that's a bad pass. That's my fault. Nope. Give me that. Come on, like that's what I'm talking about. Come on, man. This guy's getting frustrated, even though he's up 3-1. Look at how underhit that is. Like that, come on, give me a chance here, game. Look at that. Offside, right? Like, do you guys think it's a coincidence that that stuff gets offside when your team's playing poorly? Like, I know that, like, people will say, oh, well, you shouldn't have made the pass. He ran offside. But, like, I don't think it's this. I don't think it's the fact that you're playing the pass. Like, that's on me. But the fact that they run offside so frequently, that's the handicap to me, right? Like, that's what I view as handicap at its purest form. Actually, do I want to take Maradona off? Let's keep Maradona on just for the sake of this video. Like, I'm not going to win this game, but let's just keep him on. He seems to be playing okay. Pogba is beastly, but he's too slow. That against rats like this guy, you know, you're gonna have a hard time because these guys just spam all the custom tactics, right? So let's just go ultra attacking. All right, just for the bands here. Nope. See? Like, I can read the guy. It's just whether my players will do what I need them to do. Look at that. Right off. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Oh, where's his offsides? Come on, man. Give me a break. See, that is undeserved, man. That is undeserved in my opinion. I don't care what anybody says. Like, his team is just playing like absolute monsters, right? So, this is why I hate playing in this division, because it's just rat-infested hell. Look at that. It's rat-infested hell. Like, this guy's not a bad player by any means, but they abuse tactics so heavily in these divisions that, like, you don't actually even know how good the player is. He's just a rat who abuses the tactics, and his team plays better because of it, right? So is he a bad player? No, he's not. Is this sour grapes? I'm sure there's some elements of that, but my point is, like, at this level, it's not about how good a FIFA player you are. It's about how much you can abuse the game tactics. Like, his team caused my team to fall through the floor, whether that's the team composition, whether that's this guy's tactics, whatever happened, whether it was a high press or a team press or whatever, it just causes my players to just fall. They just fall through the floor, right? And they're making passes that are might not seem important because there's single individual passes that are just happening on like, you know, one of 1,000 passes that are happening in the game. But if you're consistently giving the ball away because your team is underperforming because all their sliders drop, you can't win. You're not going to win against an opponent like this because he's abused the tactics so much. Your team's playing so poorly that even if you tried your very best, like, look at that, like, that's ridiculous. It warped through him, it falls right back to him, and he just hits shoot and it goes right across body. So that type of stuff, like, you can't stop, and it's very frustrating. That's what's been my biggest issue with FIFA 20. It's been a FIFA's issue for years and years and years, is that you can't stop that type of stuff. Like, it's gotten really, really bad. There was already handicap from, like, way before, and just when that starts to subside, the tactics came in and it just totally screwed up like everything to do with the game. So now there's no skill gap at all. It's just how good are you at abusing the game, right? Like, not going to say anything about this goal. I'm not saying all his goals were like that. Some of them required skill, but the point is my guys aren't reading it because of whatever he did, whatever tactic he used. Apparently he's better at that than I am. So I was playing it just it's such a disadvantage for almost the entire game that, you know, I didn't really feel like I had a chance until I was really playing super sweat at the end, right? So anyway, that's it. You guys have seen a full game with this team. Hopefully we don't come up against dickbags like this guy. Like, these guys are the ones that are just so unenjoyable. There's so many of them in FIFA at this stage of the game because almost all the casuals are out of it. So one of the game modes that I've actually been playing a lot has been online friendlies, just because you get a variety of players. You don't get all these like losers like this, right, that are just in there and sweating it out every single game. So I've actually been enjoying online friendlies. You get a variety of players, so maybe in the next video we'll just do that. I'm not concerned about divisions anymore. It's where all the awful people go. So let's try to avoid that, guys. It's not fun playing it. I don't enjoy it. The only reason I'm even having to do this is because I need to get the points in order to get into Weekend League again, in order to get rewards, which is just... If you're ever going to play Weekend League, guys, just get to your Silver 1 or don't redeem it. Because if you do what I did, that's the absolute sucker move, and you've totally screwed yourself over, because then you got to go play rats like I am the best, right? So anyway, until next time, guys, appreciate you guys watching. We will be back with another episode in the next couple days. So thanks for watching. Take care. Peace.